When it comes to Normandy, people already know about the D-Day beaches, but we've heard there are more towns worth discovering, and we're going to go do that. So today, we're going to meet up with Vincent and our son Charlie in Honfleur, which is a charming seaside village with an antique wooden church and all kinds of cool stuff. And we'll take a sidecar through the countryside to go to a distillery and taste some Calvados and cider. And we'll check out the glamorous beaches of Deauville, and we'll end at the famous Etretat cliffs to visit one of the top most beautiful gardens in all of Europe. So, are you ready to go?
I am. Allez, on y va.
Let's go. So now we're on a pit stop in a little village called Honfleur. This is a small seaside town at the estuary of the Seine, just where the ocean meets the river. There are art galleries with fancy art, but also studios with local artists painting, sculpting. It's just fabulous. This is one colorful, picturesque place that you don't want to miss. So, add a pit stop here on your Normandy trip.
A lot of people go to Normandy and they go to the D-Day beaches, but you absolutely want to do a pit stop here in Honfleur. It's an amazing little port. You ready to go and visit the town?
Let's go see.
Allez, on y va.
The first time I ever heard about Honfleur, people were talking about the salt that comes from here. And now I understand why, because these are amazing. I have 4 peppercorns in the salt. I have fried onions, Bordeaux wine, curry, cumin, garlic. I have so many things here mixed in the salt that are just phenomenal flavors, and I can't wait to try some. So when you're in Honfleur, you could go and eat at one of the little restaurants along the seaside, but we chose to go somewhere extraordinary. So where are we going?
We're going to a restaurant, Les Cailleurs. It's actually right there, right behind us.
Let's go.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
On y va.
Let's go.
Bonjour. This is the salmon. This is absolutely delicious. The presentation is amazing. It just shows that you have a chef that actually loves the food and the way he presents it, and it's really beautiful.
Oh, that is really good. The chicken is in a black garlic sauce with lemongrass. It's just perfect.
The chocolate mousse is my grandmother's recipe. It's just white eggs and chocolate, no sugar. You have a praliné, homemade, and you have a sablé made with tonka fève.
You can actually taste this. It's not overly sweet, but it's so full of flavor. This is delicious. One thing that is really cool here is to have an oyster bar on an old boat in the port, so you can actually go down in the boat and then just enjoy some oysters and some drinks. Looks like a great idea. We may have to come back.
I want to come back. It's just charming.
We'll have to come back and try it. We did a pit stop from our sidecar in a small village called Beuvron en Auge, one of the top 152 most beautiful villages in France. It's absolutely stunning. Coming here was actually really magical. There's only 250 people that live in this village. It's a tiny little village. It's very quaint. It looks absolutely typical Normandy style, all the houses and everything. It's really a beautiful little village. I'm really delightful we came here. Honestly, I didn't know how much fun it was going to be, but it was really a lot of fun. It's just really amazing. It's a great way to be in the countryside and discover. I just really loved it. After this, we're going to go and visit a Calvados distillery named Dupont, our last name. So we're going to see if we have any lineage in there. Maybe we can get a free bottle. All right, let's go and visit this village. Let's go.
So we're here at the Dupont Calvados Distillery, and it is magnificent. They distill the Calvados in the same way that you would a brandy, and what comes out of that is extraordinary, because the cider, they have one that's like a fine champagne, one that's like a sparkling apple juice, but very refined, all of the different ages, everything, it's extraordinary. And one of the things that I found the most interesting is that you can use the Calvados in your cocktails. So imagine having a mojito, but instead of using rum, you're using a distilled apple product that really wakes it up. I cannot wait to try that. There's one that tastes like gin, one you can use instead of a whiskey or a bourbon. It's just extraordinary, and I didn't know Calvados, and I'm so glad that I learned about Calvados, because this stuff is really, really good.
They specifically do quality products here. They said they had a choice to go like, you know, the run-of-the-mill cider.
Quality versus quantity?
Quality versus quantity. So if you see a DuPont product in the store, this is a quality Calvados. Until now, we were not into cider or Calvados, either of us. I'm a new lover of Calvados. This is an amazing pit stop, the Dupont Calvados Distillery right here. All right, let's go on to our next adventure.
Okay.
On y va?
On y va.
Let's go.
So we've just arrived at Deauville, and this place is the playground for the rich and famous. This is glamorous, it's chic, it's elegant, and tons of shopping, casinos, horse racing, polo matches, red carpet parties. It is the home to the American Film Festival right here in Deauville, which is second only to the Cannes Festival. So all along the boardwalk, you have little cabanas with the names of American stars just from one end to the other, going way back to the 1920s, all the way up to current stars. It's pretty cool.
And Deauville is considered the 21st arrondissement of Paris. Deauville is the equivalent of the Hamptons in the United States. So people in New York go for the weekend in the Hamptons. Well, rich people in Paris come to Deauville for the weekend. And a lot of people own property here, and they just come and chill. So I just can't wait to go and discover this town, have lunch, and have a good time.
This is the place to see and be seen, go shopping, and live an elegant life.
You want to go put your toes in the sand?
I do.
All right, let's go. I got the sandwich. Check this out. It's a black bun, which is actually really interesting, but it's got salmon in there. What's amazing is this amazing sandwich is just 13 euros. It's really not expensive. I'm going to give it a bite. This is delicious.
This is an avocado salad with smoked salmon and I don't know what else, but it seems very nice. Fresh, crispy, yummy, good choice. And that is a pistachio creme brulee, and I love creme brulee. It's like eating a cloud of pistachio with caramelized sugar on top and toasted almonds, and it's heaven. With Deauville being the home of the famous film festival, it's not surprising that movies are made right here, including at the Villa Strassburger, where famous movies like Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr. and scenes from Amélie Poulain and lots of other European films. And this place was hopping with parties in the Roaring 20s. And there are rooms for parties, for the guests to stay, state-of-the-art stuff for the time. And the Roaring 20s, like, think about the parties from the Roaring 20s. So I can't wait to go inside and see what this place has to offer. Let's go see.
Allez, on y va.
On y va. Deauville is known for horse racing, and Strassburger was a horse owner, avid racer, and he had portraits done of his horses every time they won. So you'll see all over the house pictures of horses. There's not sand, it's rocks. This garden is so peaceful. You know, there's little vignettes, little tables and tiers, and then a place to swing, little Buddhas, bamboo spots, arches, and the flowers. You can't imagine that you're so close to the sea. When you're inside there, it's like you're in another world.
If you come here to see the cliff, you absolutely have to come to see this garden. It's stunning.
Add a couple hours to the trip. Just make sure you do. Check out these heads. This is the Buddha section. This one is going to be the playful Buddha. But you can see him and the ones down below. And there's just tons of bushes with these little sculptures inside. How fun is that? So when you're down closer to like Omaha Beach, you know, you have all the war and everything, and right here we're so peaceful. It's just so opposite of what we see down there.
Yeah.
I like this place.
Yeah.
So when you come to Etretat, plan on time for lunch, time for the gardens, and time to hang out on the beach.
For sure. Do you think it's okay for a young man, like a teen or something, someone to come here? Do you think it's cool enough, or?
There's a certain state of mind you have to be in, but it's very nice for just calmly walking around and enjoying the nature.
Yeah. Thanks for being a great cameraman today.
You're welcome.
Oh yes, good. All right, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any comments or any suggestions, please put them below. Make sure to download our Paris travel guide. There's a free download in the description below. And until next time,
Au revoir.
au revoir.